Hey, and welcome to Inspector Josh Investigates TV, where we reverse engineer TV shows to draw story writing lessons from them. Today we're going to look at Gotham, Season 4, Episode 8, titled A Dark Night, Stop Hitting Yourself. Warning, spoilers for this episode are ahead. So maybe other episodes of Gotham are really good. This is my first taste. I hated it. I'm going to say, if you like this season, if you like the series, if you like this episode, that's okay, but I am going to tell you some of what I thought of it here. I actually felt encouraged when I went to go online and I saw that other people thought that it was as confusing and disjointed as I did. Whenever you have a show, even just take a piece of it, the character should still make sense. You should be able to look at that and go, okay, well, I don't necessarily know their backstory, but they're consistent. There's a logic. There's something behind them. Doesn't mean that I relate with them, but they need to make sense. And so I actually felt pretty justified saying, okay, people who have been following the entire series are also confused. I feel way better about myself because I just jumped in on this episode. So here's what we're going to learn from this episode, though. And you can learn from series that you don't like. I think that's an important thing to know, because if you only look for lessons and things that you like, you're probably not going to have as diverse of a learning experience as you can. So let's look at what we can learn from this episode of Gotham. People help people. Well, why does this matter? It's important to match human nature to reality to create believable characters. If I'm like, hey, here's how people work in my story, and it doesn't really match how people work in real life, well, there's a breakage that's a really important breakage that we don't want to have that happen. And one of the things about people is that people enjoy helping other people, even if how they are trying to help people is really bad for that person or society overall. People help people. Yes, even evil people help people. They won't necessarily help good people, but they may help other evil people or help good people do evil things. This isn't necessarily for unselfish reasons, of course. But here's the thing. We can often think of evil people as being equal to unhelpful people. Now, they may not be helpful to the common good, but evil people even often help others. They might just help other evil people, or good people do evil things, and they don't really help good people do good things. Now, how is this shown in this episode? Well, we have Penguin with the young orphan boy who ends up teaching how to stab people in the heart, and how to be a jerk. That was weird. And then we also have Lee shooting Firefly, helping others out. So you have the different pieces where people help other people. And here's the thing. Usually, when people see an opportunity to help somebody else, and it doesn't cost them much, or anything, pretty much, or it's even energizing for them to give, they will help. If I love to teach, for example, I love it when people are like, will you help me? Because for me, that's energizing. I'm like, absolutely, I'd love to help you in this. Maybe you really love baking. And so if somebody asks you, hey, can you bake something? Now, doesn't mean that you won't ask for some money to help cover expenses or things like that, but you will probably be excited to do that, unless it significantly inconveniences you. So in developing any characters, remember that almost nobody wants to be unhelpful. They want to help in some ways, and they may not want to help in other ways. Where someone sees an opportunity to help someone and it's easy and or natural for them, they generally will. Generally, people enjoy helping people as long as it doesn't largely disservice themselves. And sometimes, even then. Don't focus on making your villain as unhelpful as possible. Instead, develop a believable character and just have them act out how they would act out, which will likely involve also helping some people. People help people. And with that said, case closed. Thank you for listening. We'll be back with another episode next Monday. You can follow me on Twitter at Josh Paulson or check out my website, joshpaulson.com, for tons more free story creation resources. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next Monday.